Hey guys, Daniel here, and in this video I'm gonna make a compilation of the 5 principles that MJ DeMarco defined to conclude if a business is solid and has a good potential for success in his book, The Millionaire Fastlane. So if you have a business or intend to create one, watch this video until the end because we will see what these 5 principles are and how to apply for the success of your business. Before we start, if you like the idea of breaking down a best-selling business book, leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel to receive new videos about marketing, sales, and entrepreneurship every week. So the author's goal was to find the principles that a business needs to have in order to be highly profitable for many years and maybe be sold for a high market value. And to do this, he spent a whole year reverse engineering and analyzing successful businesses all around the world until he came to the conclusion that 9 out of 10 of these businesses follow the 5 principles that he represented by the acronym SENSE, where each letter means a characteristic that increases the chances of success of a business. The first one is C for control. The control is analogous to the piece of land where you will build your business in. Is this land yours or is it controlled by someone else or other company that might just come around and shut your business down? And we're not talking about physical land, it's just an analogy. But let's assume that all your sales come from Google searches. If Google changes anything in the ranking algorithm and your website no longer appears in the top of the searches, overnight your sales will be end. So this business is violating the principle of control because other company or someone else has too much control over your business. Just as if 100% of your sales are from products sold on Amazon.com. They can simply ban you from the platform and break your business down. Or if all your contracts are from government bids, for example. Any business that doesn't have control over itself runs the risk of going out of business overnight. So the tip here is to diversify multiple sales channels, multiple products, different types of customers, reach different geographic regions, and so on. Because then even if Google changes the algorithm, your other sales sources will continue to work and keep you in the market. The second principle is represented by the letter E for entry. This parameter is basically how easy or difficult it is to create a business like yours. How big is the barrier to entry in your market? If anyone can create a business similar to yours without too much difficulty, you are violating the entry principle. The purpose of entrepreneurship, of business, is to solve problems. And the problem that you solve must have a degree of difficulty. Otherwise, there will hardly be enough people to pay you enough money for this solution. Besides that, this market will probably saturate quickly, as it's pretty easy for other entrepreneurs to create a replica of your business. The third letter is N for need. Again, the reason companies exist is to solve problems. When problems are solved, there's money being transferred. If you make people's lives easier, solve a difficulty for them, improve a service they need, meet their needs, or generate satisfaction, you are complying with the pillar of need. It sounds obvious, but it isn't. These days, everyone talks a lot about do what you love, follow your passion, and the money will come. But if the market really cared about that, we wouldn't call work. The market is pretty clear. If you have what I need or what I want, I'll give you money. Passion and love can really increase the chances of you create a good product or a good service. But it's the fact that your product solves the customer's needs that will bring in the money. If there were 50,000 yoga instructors but only 10 people desiring to do yoga classes, the passion for their job would not pay the bills. But on the other hand, it can make you stand out for having a better product. So if you can find a business that you love, that has a market, and that can make you improve people's lives, then you're fulfilling this principle. If it's just passion, it's not enough. The fourth letter is T for time. For your business to be solid over the long term, it needs to work without you necessarily being there. Of course, at the beginning, that's almost impossible. You're still setting up the business, it needs you. But once it's structured, If it can't run without you, it's not a solid business. For you to comply this principle, you need to cut the relationship between your time and the company's revenue. And entrepreneurship is totally connected with creating products and services. When you create a book, a toy, an electronic, a software, or anything that can exist without you, it can also be sold without you. This means that you managed to decouple your time and the money and fulfilled the principle of time. And the last principle is scale. But in order to scale, your business must already have fulfilled the principle of time. Because if you trade your time for money, you have no scale. You cannot increase your daily time. A scalable business is that business whose products or services can be easily replicated. But we cannot confuse this with the entry. The barrier to entering the business is different from the barrier to scaling the business. For example, if you have a software business and you develop an app that solves a relevant problem, and let's say that it took 6 months for you to develop this app, but the difficulty of serving 10 users or 10,000 users doesn't have a direct correlation. So you can make 100 times the profit without having 100 times effort. Your business scales, but your effort doesn't. So control, entry, need, time, and scale. The 5 principles that 9 out of 10 successful businesses follow. If you like this video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel to receive new videos about marketing, sales, and business every week. My name is Daniel Hansel, and I'll see you in the next video.